This episode of the Beauté by AVIC podcast is brought to you by Salon Marketing Solutions. Hello and welcome to the Beauté by AVIC podcast, your online support community for the aesthetic and beauty industry. Here, we are strengthening and unifying the industry through representation, innovation, and education. This is a platform created and dedicated to the aesthetic and beauty industry, valuing unity and advancement. We serve to represent, support, and inspire you by connecting you with industry experts, expanding your knowledge through educational pieces, and bringing you the latest industry news. This is Beauté by AVIC. I'm your host, Stephanie Miller, and today's guests are Vanessa McDonald and Matt Williams from Salon Marketing Solutions. Vanessa McDonald is a co-founder and director of Salon Marketing Solutions and has helped salons grow through strategic, database-focused marketing since 2016. Vanessa entered the professional beauty industry over 20 years ago and has worked in various sales and marketing roles for notable brands such as Dermalogica, Shortcuts Salon and Spa Software, and Professional Beauty Solutions. Industry leaders refer to Vanessa as the Queen of Retention Marketing, and with good reason. Retention marketing has been her sole focus since 2008. Matt Williams is also a co-founder and director of Salon Marketing Solutions. Matt entered the beauty industry 17 years ago when he and his wife Lisa joined the family business Youngblood Australia. After a few years, Professional Beauty Solutions was launched and has over time become one of the most successful distribution companies in Australia, with over 14 world-class brands including equipment, skincare, tanning products, and more. Planning on investing in new treatment technologies and equipment at Beauty Expo? Here to discuss for preparing marketing solutions in advance of purchasing equipment and how to successfully promote your new treatments after the Beauty Expo. From Salon Marketing Solutions, today we welcome Vanessa McDonald and Matt Williams. Welcome to the podcast, Matt and Vanessa. How are you both today?
Great. Thanks, Steph. Thanks for having us.
Yeah.
I know today's a very special podcast because we get a 2-for-1 deal. And we've actually got a really exciting topic coming up because it's all about marketing, which all of us who own clinics and are very interested in, but we have Expo coming up very soon. So we have a marketing component within Expo we're talking about today. But before we get started, if you haven't heard of Matt Williams and Vanessa McDonald before, well, you're in for a treat. Matt and Vanessa, please tell us both about yourself. Matt, let's start with you because you are actually an AVIC council member and a director as well.
I am. And so, yes, I am an AVIC council member, AVIC director, and also co-founder of Professional Beauty Solutions, which my wife and I started 17 years ago. Vanessa and I go back to 17 years ago as well, but I'll let you tell your part of the story.
Yep.
Yeah, so I've got several roles, and I'm obviously co-founder of Salon Marketing Solutions as well. Now I'm overwhelmed just thinking about how busy I am.
You sure are.
Yeah, so in the industry for about 17 years. At PBS, we distribute more than a dozen brands to several thousand clinics around the country, salon spas and clinics. So that's our distribution business. But as I said, we also, I'm in partnership with Vanessa with Salon Marketing Solutions, the marketing company, and a director of AVIC, and also a council member on the AVIC board.
And you are also a salon owner. You forgot that.
Oh my gosh, I forgot to do it.
Do you own clinics?
I own one. Which is
concept clinic.
Yeah, it's a concept clinic that we use to trial our suggestions and our offers and our equipment, showcase all the brands.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible. I actually did not know that about you, that you had a concept clinic. That's so special. And it's such an ingenious way of really testing your own products. And I suppose that's one of the reasons why your products are so amazing and successful, and your equipment, because they're thoroughly tested. That's brilliant. Thank you so much for giving us an intro, Matt. And you know, Vanessa, what can I say? Like, you are a marketing absolute superstar. Every time I speak to you, I learn so much, and you are so much fun to work with as well. Tell us all about yourself and how you came to be in this industry.
Goodness. Well, 22 years ago, I landed my first job in the industry selling solariums.
Oh, goodness me.
Days at Expo, because we're here to talk about Expo, where you'd walk into Expo and it was just a sea of solariums.
Yeah.
Remember? Do you remember those days, Steph? Everyone had to stand up.
Unfortunately.
And
everywhere.
Yeah, and I worked for this company, had terrible culture. It was just a really awful working environment. And I left pretty quickly and got a job at Shortcuts. And that's where I became absolutely obsessed with industry-specific software programs and the marketing features built into those programs and the different capabilities, and how empowering it could be for clinics to, you know, first of all, become aware of the features, understand how to use them, but then take action and execute marketing strategies with this machine that they were paying for every month. But no one was doing it. And I was just like, this is incredible. This is like a money-making machine. Why is no one using it? And that's where my interest in marketing, you know, went and studied marketing, and then became really focused on client retention, direct response marketing strategies, utilizing these software machines and helping clinics to understand how easy it is to grow their business when it's broken down into 3 specific areas, and how strategically they can achieve big revenue growths with a long game plan. And so over the years, I've worked for, I was Matt and Lisa's first rep at Youngblood, came back to Professional Beauty Solutions years later, spent time with Dermalogica and the International Dermal Institute. I mean, I've worked in salons. I'm a skin obsessed marketing strategist at all levels, from, you know, looking after my own skin to teaching clinics how to reach more people to give them their skin of their dreams as well. And then, you know, I started another marketing agency, and then Matt and I, 2020, I think it was now, brought an idea to him, which is now Marketing Pro, and presented it. And you were pretty blown away by the idea. And here we are today talking to you 3 years later.
Wow, what a story. And you know, the most beautiful thing I heard out of this story is you're both amazing. You're both fabulous at what you do. But the fact that you worked together previously and then you came together again at various times.
3 times.
3 times. It must mean that you have a very dynamic and special relationship. And also it must mean that you produce really good quality products and, you know, kind of plans for people, because when something's so special like that, you keep going back to it. And then you know each other so well. So I think that symbiosis is what creates a really good quality and kind of exquisite product for people, that it's tailored to what we need in the industry because of your knowledge, your combined knowledge.
Yeah, absolutely. Look, our values are very aligned.
I think that's a big piece.
Yeah.
We get along extremely well.
Yeah, our values are very aligned, personally and professionally. Like PBS has their focus is to make their partners the most profitable in the industry. My personal goal today professionally, I'm about to celebrate my 52nd birthday. So I'm sure within the next 8 years, I'll be, you know, trotting off into the sunset. Retirement. And honestly, it freaks me out that I even say that, but my goal is to leave behind 150 clinic millionaires before I go.
That's such an awesome goal.
Yeah, so I want to leave a trail of 7-figure salons before I go. And I can't do it by myself. I have to partner with ABIC, with people like Professional Beauty Solutions, with Chrissy Alger from Zing. Like there's who else have I been speaking to? Rebecca Miller. Like we've got beautiful relationships throughout the industry to help create that experience for as many people
with
as
a
we
like-minded goal that they want to elevate the industry. And a part of elevating the industry, I know sometimes it sounds a bit crass because the industry in general don't like to talk about being profitable, but without that, it's hard to fulfill your mission if there aren't the funds to do it. You know, businesses don't close down because of a lack of passion. They close down because of a lack of cash.
Yeah.
So if we can take the passion, and one of the programs that we're working on is passion to profits.
Yeah.
So how do you take your passion and turn it into profits?
Yeah, you can't do anything without profit. I did a consultation with a clinic owner this week. I love this story, Steph. You're going to love this. You ready? It's actually quite sad, but it's actually quite beautiful. So recently, one of my clients, found out that she was quite sick. She had breast cancer, and the sad part is that she passed away, and she had 2 little kids. Her best friend's a clinic owner, adopted both of those children. She now has 5 children, right? And they're all around the same age. And when I saw that, I thought, you need money.
Yeah.
Right. I don't care what anyone else, if there's one thing I can give you, it is a machine to help you make money. And I didn't tell you this, but she has a free Marketing Pro membership.
Yeah, awesome.
In order to get money to pay for these children, because no matter what it is in life that you're faced with, the good, the bad, and everything in between, and money does solve it.
Absolutely.
Like people say money isn't the only thing. What is it?
Yeah, money isn't everything.
Money isn't, I think it's the only thing.
I have to agree with you both. It makes life definitely easier. You know, life's challenging enough.
Makes life easy.
So many obstacles to overcome in a day. We've got, you know, problems happening left, right, and center with relationships, with people, with places, things go wrong. Money, if you remove the stress of the money element, you're able to focus on your life a little bit more.
That's it. Yeah.
Already as complicated as, you know.
Yeah.
And here's the saying, money isn't everything unless you don't have any.
Unless you don't have it, exactly.
But if you don't have any, then it quickly becomes everything.
Everything, exactly. And how do you make money? You market.
Yeah, 100%.
You market.
Yeah.
The clinics at the moment they're never in any groups talking about, oh my God, it's so quiet. Oh, no one's spending. Oh, all these, cost of living. We've got plenty of members that we would never hear them. Those words will not come out of, because they're marketing.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the money's coming through.
The ones that are making, I suppose, good profit and good money just don't have time to even go conversate about.
No, exactly.
Or even get involved in those conversations. We're too busy marketing.
Yes, I can't even get them onto a Zoom call to check how they're going. Yes. Yes, it's true.
Oh my goodness. You know, I love the fact that we've started off this whole conversation about, profit and the importance of marketing. You know, I really want to understand, what is it about marketing? You said marketing is the solution to making the money in the money machine. What is it about a marketing campaign that can be so impactful to a clinic's success?
Well, let's talk about what it's like without a marketing campaign in place. Let's talk about that. So you've got a machine. Let's say you've just gone out and you've purchased let's just say a skin diagnostic camera device, like an Observer or Morme or one of those brands. Okay, so you've gone out and you've spent your $10,000 to $17,000. So what happens?
I can relate to this because I have just purchased one recently.
Good.
A Morme, and it is sitting in the corner of my clinic doing 0.
It's like the treadmill that's just more of a container.
Right. So you've gone and purchased it. You've got your finance, or you've paid for it. I would imagine there would have been some training, some team training, some type of a little bit of training. Okay. And there may or may not be some generic sort of marketing that's provided as well from the supplier. Okay, it goes onto your treatment menu under skin consultation and analysis. Let's get your skin journey started. And then it goes on your website as well. Then you've got to rely on what? You've got to rely on your team. You've got to rely on your clients going to the website, reading it and understanding it. And then you've got to rely on your treatment menu. That's not enough. So what we have to do is we've got to get excited about it. We've got something exciting coming soon. It's going to revolutionize the way that we treat your skin. We've got to help people to be able to see what the outcome is going to be, the end result of them utilizing and experiencing that modality. We need to raise awareness. We need to educate.
And you've got to understand the why behind.
We need to demonstrate
the piece of equipment. So why did you buy it? And consider who you want to be in the eyes of your clientele. So all of that is marketing.
Yeah, and then you've got a database full of people. Like, really, if you were to invest in one of those devices, if you've got 2,000 people in your database, you've got 2,000 new clients for that device, because every single person qualifies for that. No one's contraindicated to have an Observe and to get clinical professional expert advice, to see diagnostic photos and then to get a kickstart treatment plan.
Vanessa, you just touched on something that you also alluded to earlier. if you go back in your history, you mentioned shortcuts, right? And you
Yeah.
mentioned salon software. One thing that Vanessa taught me from a marketing perspective is that the greatest hidden asset in most salon, spas, and clinics in our industry is that they have a database of people that they're not actively marketing to. And they don't realize that, like, when they've got, if back in the day when it was shortcuts, or no matter what salon software it is, maybe they just saw it as a way to schedule appointments. But in actual fact, it's a gold mine instead of just that. Like, yes, it's that tool, but there is also a gold mine there.
Yeah. So we've got these days with all, social media and all the different components that make up Instagram, like, stories or reels or a post or a carousel or a highlight or whatever. There's actually 21 touch points in a marketing campaign that you don't have to look outside of what, like, a clinic owner could implement 21 touch points in a marketing campaign without needing a web developer or, anyone else with a more robust skill set. But like, it's awareness, it's education, it's giving someone a reason to respond and say, yes, I'll book in for that. I mean, really, without all of that, again, you are going to end up with a piece of equipment in the corner that no one's using, which is not what you intended in the first place. So, Steph, you need a marketing campaign for your diagnostic camera.
For my skin analysis device. I'm starting to realize that. I honestly, we purchased it. This is going to sound very scary to you both, but I am a clinic owner after all, and all the clinic owners out there will know exactly what I'm saying. I purchased it. No, I didn't get finance for it. I purchased it outright, and it's been sitting in the corner for a year. 1 year sitting there doing not much. Why? Okay, I'll tell you why. I am a very busy person. I'm a very busy business owner, and my counterparts, all the clinic owners out there, are also extremely busy, just like me. A lot of them actually work in their clinics as well on the floor, so they're even busier. So you have to create the marketing campaign. You have to excite your staff. You have to get them used to it, because obviously there's a process where you put all of the things in place, but then the staff are hesitant to do it because they're not in the habit of doing it. So you've got to get them in the habit of doing this. And it's a whole bunch of overwhelming stuff to a lot of the business owners out there. You're talking about marketing and campaigns, but the question that I have and that everybody else has is, what are the tools and resources that we actually need to make this all happen for us? And why is it so important to get yourself those tools and resources, or those people that can help you?
So I'm going to let you, Vanessa, answer the tools and the resources and the steps, but I just want to say this on that point, because that's so typical, Steph. And when you buy a piece of equipment and it does sit in the corner for a year, right? Now, we could call that, or we could categorize that as, oh, that's procrastinating, right? Now, I know you personally, and I know you professionally, and procrastination is not a term that comes to mind when I think of you, right? But here's the thing. And I'm the same. Like, I'm not a procrastinator, but I'll tell you what, when I do procrastinate, or when I don't take immediate and massive action on something, when it's most often when I don't have a clear plan or pathway and I'm not quite sure what to do next. So I kind of know conceptually, well, I've got to do A, B, C, and I know these steps, but there's it's like, oh, how do I delegate that? Because it's not written down. I don't quite know what to do. And there's these little blocks which get in the way. And then it goes to the bottom of my to-do list. And then it just gets getting carried forward and forward until it's 365 days later, right? So I think that what everyone in that situation needs, if they find themselves procrastinating on their marketing or on the promotion of a new piece of equipment like that, and it is gathering dust in the corner, they need a very clear step-by-step plan where they're clear and their team's clear on exactly what they need to do next. That's what we have developed here with Marketing Pro.
Yeah, true.
Like, there's no guesswork.
Yeah, there is no guesswork. So if you were going to go to, as an example, Expo and buy hydrofacial, and you're one of our members or someone considering becoming a member, you could log into the portal and download one of 3 hydrofacial sets, including launch sets immediately.
Oh, wow, really?
Yeah. And for any advanced modality, you name it, it's the same scenario, including skin diagnostic camera device.
So it's like marketing campaign in a box almost.
Yeah, totally. And all of the touch points, there's 21 touch points are there, everything reels the whole lot. But more importantly, because I like to see conversion that I can measure. So that's going to be emails and SMSs and just, face to face with the team. But anyone listening to this who has a industry specific point of sale software programs such as Forest Shortcuts, Katoomba, you actually do have the resources and the tools that you need sitting within your software program. You can send SMSs, and don't be afraid of sending an SMS that costs 14 cents if it's going to make you, it's going to convert a $300 hydrofacial client well in advance. I often hear from clinic owners, I don't send SMS because it costs money. I'm like, you send SMSs because it makes you money, so.
Vanessa, targeted SMSs, because I just had a look at my I know it sounds terrible, but I just had a look at my spend on Forest, and my girls were sending group SMSs out that was costing me $5,000 every time they'd send out a group SMS to the database.
No. Yeah,
because they'd send it to everybody. So everybody in my database got an SMS for whatever it was, and it was $5,000. $5,000 a pop every time at 14 cents. And it was like, what's going on? Why are you spending so much money on that that's not giving a return? So what I'm hearing is targeted very systematic. Don't be scared of that. If you do it targeted, if you do it right, and Forest does have the tools to be able to, as you said, and a lot of salon software, to be able to narrow down your audience as well. And I think that's what I know that's what you do. You're extremely targeted in your approach. But
if you are sending a mass SMS to lots of people, you'd use an application or a tool, because that's what we're talking about, like Cellcast, which is 3 cents an SMS. You just, I want to send an SMS to 2,000 people. What is it going to cost me through my software? That's going to cost me, I don't know, $500. In Cellcast, it's probably $50. So it's just a matter of looking around, and then those systems aren't difficult to learn how to use. There's always video demonstrations provided, and once you've done it once, then you've mastered it and you can move on. But besides that, you want to understand how to use Canva, but you want to make sure that, or a graphic designer, but spend some time in the Canva training center and learn the features so that you can make it look beautiful. So you can make it look on point with your brand and professional. So what have we got? We've got our point of sale software. We've got our different applications like MailChimp or whichever email marketing platform you use if your system doesn't have it. And even on the weekend, I sat down to work on our brand new Marketing Pro Academy, and the platform that we're using for our members who go through the academy. I'm not a tech person, believe it or not, but I sat down for a Sunday and I just watched videos and I played around with it. And by the end of it, I had an academy. 11 hours later, I had it at the beginning of an academy, and I'd never done it before. And I feel like I've mastered that platform now, and now I've got ideas on other things I can do with it. So get training, get help, get support, and learn how to use the tools that are essential in your campaign marketing toolkit.
All of this is well and good. How do you put it all together, and why is it that a strategy is key to putting that all together? How does the strategy help you succeed to put all those bits and pieces together?
Well, it's got to start with the objective. So what's my objective? My objective might be, I'm going to go to Expo and I'm going to purchase a Geneo, and not 3-in-1 super facial. Okay. So what's the investment today list price for a Geneo?
Okay. So let's say we've got two versions, but they're $25,000.
$25,000. So my objective could be, I want to cover 50% of my Geneo investment prior to going to the expo. So what I'm going to do is, that's $12,000 is my objective, right? That's my revenue objective. So what I've got is a database full of people who would qualify now, because I wouldn't be thinking about a Geneo if I didn't have skins and people that were the right fit for that. So what type of client is interested in that particular product? Someone who is interested in anti-aging and big results sooner. So what type of client is in my database who might be anyone who's had a skin treatment in the past? I would be actually pulling a list of anyone who's had 4 or more of another modality like needling from my database in the last 12 months. And I've got, let's say, 50 people, right? So from those 50 people, I need a strategy to produce my 50% of my machine. What I want is a pre-launch offer exclusive to those people. That might be $249, usually might be a $300 treatment, but then we're stacking in value to get it to $500. If we had, say, 20 of those people take that up, that's going to be $250 times 20. So what's that, Matt? Numbers guy.
$2,000. 2 times 20, $5,000.
Let's halfway there, right?
Yeah.
So we only need another what?
Well, if 4,000, 7,000.
I'm the creative and he's the numbers guy. I need $7,000. So I've got 20 people booked in who have told me they're interested in, they see me as their skin expert. They're having multiple treatments in the year. They're booked in with because they've got specific concerns relating to that treatment. So if I had 5 people transition them into a bundle that the minute the machine gets here, you have your first treatment and you've also got your skin program ready to go. And that was $1,500 per package. I've met it.
Yeah.
And it's only like, I found 50. My goal here of clients who know, like, and love me, they trust me, they're going to say yes. I've got this exciting machine coming, this brand new technology. You're perfect for it because I'm going to waitlist you on this special offer. And then we've got these, this bundle as well. You've got your money through your existing clients.
Yeah.
And then once you launch, you can run that again, but then adjust the offer so it's not as compelling as it was to your VIPs. And then you've paid for the other half of your machine with your launch campaign.
Marketing Pro by Salon Marketing Solutions is a campaign marketing program designed to help clinic owners make more money from their database and scale their businesses through skin. The SMS team has done all the hard work for you, including graphic design, copy, offer structure, marketing strategy, and more. All you need to do is select your next marketing campaign set and prepare the team using these step-by-step guides provided. Our ABIC community and listeners can save 20% off for the life of the Marketing Pro membership today. Use the discount code ABIC20 and save. For more information, visit www.salonmarketingsolutions.com.au.
Most people don't, like, there's the old adage of begin with the end in mind. So think about what outcome that you want. And Vanessa just talked about launching it, but most salon owners don't think, well, I'm going to buy a piece of equipment. How many customers do I want getting the treatment that this piece of equipment offers on a weekly basis? Most of them aren't really clear on that number. And when they're not, they come along to an expo and then they become very, let's call it promotion or discount focused of, oh, where am I going to just save some money here? And that's where I think people can make a poor decision as well. Because if they're clear on their client base, they're clear on their competitive advantage and how they want their clients and their prospective clients to see them as a clinic. And they say, okay, well, I want to buy a piece of equipment that can manage these concerns that my clientele has. And I think that I can have X number of people a week availing themselves of this treatment, which can generate this much money ongoing. And then I want to get off to a real flying start where I get a lot of exposure to my core client base, so I can pay off half of it immediately. And then I know that I'm going to pay off the other half over the following X number of weeks or whatever it is. Having a really clearly defined plan based on all the numbers, based on the investment that you're going to make, but also based on your client base and what they want most and how you want to actually grow your brand as a salon as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And, an objective could be, I've just got to, bill shock through my BAS. My BAS is $16,000. How am I going to pay it? I had this conversation with someone recently. Like, as soon as she got on a Zoom consultation, I was like, hey, Jen, what's wrong? And she went, I just got a BAS. So she goes, it was $16,000. And I went, what is it usually? She goes, 8. I went, well, let's talk about that. And then we put together a needling campaign. I said, okay, so what do we need? What have we got? We've got needling. Great. That's a highly profitable device. Let's put together a bundle of 3 needling plus with some product laid in as well. It's now valued at $650. Let's charge this much. How many clients do we need for this package over 12 weeks to cover this BAS? It was like 24. And she had like 3 sold in the first 3 days. Yeah. So see, it's like, what's my objective? Okay, what's my problem? What do I want to achieve? So my problem is a BAS, and my objective is I want to pay this machine off as soon as I possibly can. Okay, so we want to know who is most likely going to say yes to this treatment. how do I use my database to go and extract that information? Because you'll immediately think of clients who go, oh, I know 5 clients now who are perfect for skin needling or Oxygeneo. Bang, 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 bang. But there's so much more in there. How do I extract that information out of my software? So if for example, you're buying an IPL for photo rejuvenation for pigmentation, you've probably been selling products that include, what do you call it? What are those inhibitors?
Hyaluronidase inhibitor,
right? Yeah. So who has purchased those products from you in the past? They would be a candidate for that treatment. Yeah. So that's really approaching your database in a more targeted way.
Honestly, I mean, I'm consider myself quite an experienced business owner, but I don't do that. I don't say, okay, I want this machine. How am I going to pay it off before I get the machine? And I think, you know, businesses that tick along and they've been around a long time and, you know, make reasonable profit probably should be thinking about that in advance, because in people that don't both. Because I think you get into this state of mind where, oh, it's okay, I've just done it that way always and it's kind of worked out. That's not really the best way to run an efficient business, right? You need to think about it and have pre-planning. But both the clinics that, you know, maybe are challenged in affording a piece of machine and clinics that aren't should be thinking this way. How am I going to pay off the machine before I even launch it? Let's do a pre-sale offer. Wow. Like, I've never actually done one. I've never done a pre-sale offer before introducing a new piece of equipment. And I'm on the market for a new piece of equipment. So, and I think to myself, oh, how am I going to afford that? Let me think about, you know, where I'm going to get this and where I'm going to pull funds from and all that type of thing. And I never thought I'm going to use my database to pull some funds forward.
Yeah, and have it pay for itself. Exactly.
What I heard was the marketing should come first, like your plan and thinking about marketing of your new modality or treatment, that should come first, when usually it's last, or it's an afterthought, or it's in that moment with, oh my goodness, I've bought this machine and nothing's happening with it. I better, I should market it. Like, it comes at the end.
I think that people put the cart before the horse.
Yeah.
And you need to think about, you got to think about marketing first.
Yeah.
Now, in that, when you've got a plan, you also have to make sure that that it's profitable. So sometimes people, I know historically it's not really popular at the moment, which is a good thing, but Groupon comes to mind, right? So people have a BAS that they've got to pay for. They panic. They think, I need $16,000. I know what I'll do. I'll do a Groupon campaign because it's going to generate income. But no good if that income that you generate is income that's not going to be profitable future income. So you have to really think through, is the treatment that I'm offering, or is the offer profitable? And that's one thing that we put a strong focus on with all of the campaigns that we put together, that they're proven and they're profitable. It's really critical. And then one thing that Vanessa always talks about is that it's one thing to promote let's say it's a new treatment in a salon, that's what we're talking about, or a new brand, but also what about your brand? As a salon, spa, or clinic owner, what are you doing to promote your brand and who you are in the eyes of your clients and your potential clients? That's really important as well.
Yeah, definitely. And you can get really creative as well. Like, as I was listening to both of you talking before, I had an idea that came to my mind, like, as far as how can we give anyone listening to this an actual idea they could take back and implement now and before they go to expo, because expo's 3 weeks away and I've got one. So hit with it. It's came to me now. Okay.
I love these.
All right. So can I just stick with hydrofacial as an example? Right. Okay. So is a very popular product treatment, and many clinics are aspiring to get it. It's great for retention, and we in our Marketing Pro program, we see our members have incredible success with hydrofacial. So, and it's also often in the top 3 selling treatments of any reports that I see. So I know that there'll be a few being sold at the expo. Now, what you could do is you could run a competition prior to going to the expo. So the competition is, we are going to expo to get whatever device. Okay. We're going to the expo to invest in laser genesis, Oxygeneo, anything, right? But we're getting hydrofacial. It's coming here. We're really excited. So tell us in 25 words or less why you would like to win a hydrofacial, right? So when I say 25 words or less, what I'm thinking of clinics located in New South Wales, so they're compliant with licensing and all of that, but it's different state to state. It could just be go into fill in this form and go into the draw, and we will announce the winner from the hydrofacial stand. Then you can also do a live,
Wow,
and you
that's
can
cool.
show them we're here and we're about to announce the winner
Yeah.
of who's going to win this treatment.
Mhm.
We're about to sign on the dotted line, so the training's getting lined up, and we've got the representative here. She's going to talk to you a little bit about hydrofacial from the stand, give you a
Awesome.
bit of a demonstration. We've got 52 people in the competition. They've just gone to a simple landing page and filled in an online form. You've now got 52 clients lined up.
Yes.
Because only one's going to win. And then when you go back and say, thank you so much. We're back. We've got our training for all of you that entered. Sorry, we can only have one winner. But for everybody else, here is your exclusive intro package.
Yeah.
Right.
Great. Yeah.
You could even give away a 12-month hydrofacial membership.
Mm-hmm.
And then for everybody who missed out, then they get a $50 voucher towards their first. But you're going back and it's free.
Yes.
It's happening from. You've got other
Wow.
people involved. You've got the machine, and then you're going back and you're going boom, and you're calling people. We're back. Let's get you booked in.
And what I love about that,
Thank you for
firstly,
entering.
the 25 words or less. Yes, it does tick that box of what is that? That's the old thing of it's a competition. So it's like a skill versus kind of
yes,
yeah, it's a different it's
a game of chance.
Game of chance versus a game of
skill versus a game of chance is licensing.
But what's more important is that if you have those 52 people writing down in 25 words or less why they want that treatment,
right? Content for your social media,
and
as well.
And they're
Wow.
but they're telling themselves as well.
Yeah, they're telling themselves as well.
They become convinced that they want it.
You'll probably find some really sexy headlines in there, and copy and sub headlines, and here's the thing as well. The deal with the winner needs to be, you will be featured in our social media for a demonstration video, and there will be before and after photos. And so you're getting more from that too.
That was incredible. Vanessa, you just came up with that on the spot.
I did.
Yeah. Wow.
I did.
Can see why you two are a winning combination, the dynamic duo. Every time you speak, and also Matt, every time I talk to you, like I get so excited. And I know that everyone listening today is going to be so excited to just start. You know, they're thinking about going to expo, or they're going to expo. They've planned it all. They know what machines they're looking for. Now I'm sure that they're excited to pre-plan their campaigns, whatever it may be that they're deciding on buying.
Yeah.
How do they get in touch with you? Do you have something special for AVIC members today?
Yeah, 20% off for the life of your membership. So the discount code is AVIC20.
AVIC20.
In addition to joining Marketing Pro, what they'll also receive with that discount code is access to our new Marketing Pro Academy as well. So by the time I finish with this industry, I want to teach as many clinic owners marketing as I possibly can. So if you're someone who wants to learn marketing, we are the company to teach you marketing, and our academy is the vehicle to make that happen. And I'm in there, and I am your marketing mentor within that academy.
Wow.
And there's growing content in that academy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And the opportunity to come to me and say, hey, I needed some ideas for whatever it is. And then for me to be able to just spit out a strategy like that too. So you'll get complete access to me within the academy.
And Steph, I want to say this as well. So a lot of people think about marketing. It's like, okay, well, it's attracting leads, right? It's just generating interest and leads, or even they might say marketing's about attracting additional customers to my business, which is true. But in the academy, that is one instrumental part of it. But do you also know what you need to do with your team so that when that new lead or customer comes through the door, your team are on board, right? Your team know what the offer is. Your team know what the promise is and how they can deliver on that promise. And having your team excited about having that machine paid off before you even get it through the door is so key. So there's the team piece, right? Which is in the academy. But then there's also, let's go take a step back before that. We got to make sure that what we're going to be offering is profitable. And if we're doing a promotion and there's some kind of discount or buy 5, get 1 free or whatever it is, have you run the numbers and are you sure it's profitable? Well, there's spreadsheets in the academy and there's tutorials on what you need to do to check off and make sure that the offer is profitable. Okay. And then prior to that, you might think, well, what are we doing to build our own brand as a salon? Like, it's one thing to promote the brand that we're stocking on the shelves or the equipment brand that we're selling, but what are we doing to promote our brand and differentiating ourselves from our competitors? How do we do things differently? And And there's that piece in there as well. So marketing touches every aspect of a business. So some people like to separate out and they go, okay, well, there's the profit and loss statement and my balance sheet, and I don't need to pay attention to that. And I know that most people are a little bit afraid of that side of things, but there is some foundation knowledge that's probably good to have. But marketing touches on that. Marketing touches on how your team greets people at the door and how they rebook them before they leave. Marketing will touch every area of your business. And that's one of the reasons why we're putting so much into this academy, is because we want to create marketing pros. Marketing pro, yes, it started with campaign marketing that will take all the guesswork out of it for you. More than that, you've heard what Vanessa's goal is and how many millionaires she wants to make. And that's going to come from teaching them exactly what they need to do to grow their business through marketing. You know, there's that old saying, I love it. You know, if you throw a man a fish, you feed him for a day, teach a man to fish, you feed him for a lifetime. That's what the academy is about.
Yeah, and what I can absolutely guarantee this academy is going to deliver to anyone who's listening now and feels overwhelmed by marketing. And if you ever find yourself in one of our industry groups and you're leaving one of those anonymous posts that you've never seen it this quiet, and you're feeling really uncertain and you're lost and you don't know what to do, I absolutely can guarantee you that when you go through this academy, you will never, ever go and post one of those posts. You'll know exactly what to do strategically to be able to change it. It's my guarantee. Yeah, absolute guarantee.
The confidence that gives you, by the way, it makes you show up different. Every day you walk into your business, you show up different when you're confident like that. And that will impact your team and your clients. It'll impact everyone around you and your family as well, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
It resonates through your life. What you're saying means, I think, more to us as part of ABIC, Matt and I, because we hear the struggles every day that clinic owners have. Our facilitators pick up the phone and talk to our members that are going through hard times. And, you know, there are uncertain times happening right now. Some clinics are nailing it and they're doing exactly what you've just said, but the majority out there are right now in waters that they can't navigate, which we haven't been in even throughout COVID. We haven't been in these types of waters because we've had a lot of assistance throughout COVID. So I think that right now you're reaching out and you're offering a life boat, basically, or one of those flotation devices. I can't remember what they're called. That's what you're offering. You know, that's what marketing does, and that's what it offers security. It offers profits for your business so that you can actually sleep at night. And there's a lot of clinic owners right now that aren't doing that aren't sleeping it properly through the night because of, you know, I've got my BAS coming up, I've got overdue bills, or I've got my rent that I can't pay, I've got my staff that I don't want to let go. And these are real problems that are happening right now. And, you know, we're having some super fun and it's great and talking and getting excited about marketing, but it really means more than just excitement and fun. It really is the lifeblood of our business. We have passion, as you said, Matt, but we really need profit. That is the lifeblood of our business. You can't survive without it. And we all have businesses so that we can support our families, right? And so we can give back to the community. And that's what we're doing here today, is we're talking about something a little bit deeper. So if you're listening right now, you've got that 20% offer. It's for the lifetime of your membership, which is extremely generous. And thank you so much for providing that to our listeners. And Matt and Vanessa, I just want to say thank you so much for coming today and talking to us about all these things. You've given us so many ideas. You've inspired us. I feel like I'm renewed myself, ready for, you know, all the things at Expo, but remembering that I need to pre-plan in advance if I'm going to take advantage of those. And how can our listeners find you? Where do they go? Because you've got various different businesses. And right now we're talking about your Marketing Pro.
So Marketing Pro is a campaign marketing program with an academy, with a program that has absolutely everything you could possibly need to master all aspects of marketing, especially campaign marketing. And to learn more, you can go to salonmarketingsolutions.com.au. And there's a webinar you can watch. There's lots of information, case studies, success stories. Our members achieve 20 to 168 times return on investment, and all of that evidence is on our website. And there's a contact form if you need to book a consultation with me.
And we will also be at Expo.
And we will be at Expo. We are exhibiting for the first time.
Yeah.
Wow. Whereabouts are you? Where are you going to be? Are you
right opposite the
ABIC stand?
Yeah. Of course, I knew that. That was a little bit of a leading question.
Yeah. So I'm going to be doing rolling presentations across the 2 days as well. So please come and say hello to us. We'd love to meet you.
Come. Yes, absolutely. Come across the road, get a coffee, and then meander across to Vanessa, and obviously go and see Matt, because you've got the biggest stand, I think, this year and every year.
Yeah. We'll be there as well. Professional Beauty Solutions. Make sure you keep meandering in that direction as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Go and see Matt.
Cool demos. We've got a very cool concept right opposite our regular stand, which will be doing some awesome demos, which you won't be able to miss. But definitely come and visit. I'll be back and forth between the three, I think.
Yeah.
And please do, because these guys don't just talk to you about equipment and about products. They talk to you about your business and how to make your business better and profitable. If you partner with people who end up being almost your business partners in succeeding, because if you both succeed, that's the best way to do it. I keep my relationships with suppliers that do that. So
Steph, that probably brings it full circle. When we started out in this business, Lisa and I said, we don't want to just sell a promotion into a salon where, they buy 5 cleansers, get 1 free, or they just get a discount on a piece of equipment and then they don't know what to do with it. So that's where we're like, well, they need to be able to fill the equipment with people availing themselves of the treatment that it offers, and or we need to teach them how to sell through the product that they're selling. And that's where Vanessa went from being our very first BDM through to creating the Professional Beauty Solutions Marketing on a Platter, which we've had for years, and it's been amazing for our client base because they get marketing that helps them to sell through that. But Salon Marketing Solutions and Marketing Pro, it's taken it to another level where it's not just about generic marketing for the brands that we sell. It's about marketing for any brand that is out there, that we've got more and more all the time. But also, like I touched on earlier, is about building your own brand, your own salon brand as well. Because you got to put yourself first as a salon, spa, or clinic owner, and make sure that you're building an asset that is potentially saleable one day as well.
Oh, wow. Look, honestly, music to my ears, because as I said, being a business owner is a little bit lonely sometimes. And when you can, and especially when you don't have a business partner, when you partner with people such as yourself and Vanessa, you do really feel like you've got someone there with you, fighting the good fight. So I just want to say thank you again. Can't wait to see everyone at Expo.
Thanks for having us.
It's going to be super exciting.
Thanks, everyone.
Please come back again.
Cool.
Thank you.
Bye for now.
Listening.
Bye.
Bye, guys. You've reached the end of another episode of the Beauty by ABIC podcast, your online support community for the aesthetic and beauty industry. Thank you for listening, and until next time, stay connected.